Hey there, what are you expecting today? Because whatever you expect, that's exactly what you're going to receive. Today I want to talk to you about fear or anxiety, doubt and worry. There's a couple of videos that I put out, faith versus fear, but I want to help you understand what anxiety, doubt, worry, anger, frustration, depression, and all those low vibration, what are they? When you look above these negative vibrations, what you see is love, peace, and joy. You know that God is love. Now, God is the creator. You're the creator. When God said, let us make man in our own image, he said, let us create someone that looks just like us. In fact, it's going to be us. Now, who is us? The three become one. It's referring to the mind, the soul, and the body, or the thought, image, and speech. When you have doubt, fear, and worry, understand that in the soul there is love. Doubt, fear, and worry comes from thinking and speaking without paying attention to what you're saying. If you were paying close attention to what you were saying, you would realize that you're not speaking out of the correct image or out of the soul or out of the heart. The soul is the heart of man. The soul is where you create the pictures. The soul is the fourth dimension. When you're in fear, doubt, and worry, you speak according to the language of the masses. You speak according to the language of this image that you're experiencing right now. So fear, doubt, and worry is nothing but you living life out of your mind and not out of your heart. Because if you lived life out of your heart, your language would be different. What would that language be? The language of heaven or the language of your desire? Now, that points back at us. If I really loved myself right now, shouldn't I have been in a life that was lavished with abundance and wealth and health and friendships and everything that I've ever wanted? If I would have loved myself up until this moment, shouldn't my life have been complete? Shouldn't I have been satisfied? But who satisfies the desires of my heart? I do. Life is created by me, through me, and for me. I cannot look upon another and say, well, you've got to do it for me. No. There's an order of operation. I created within. I create the image within and built within that image. There's the people. They're coming running. I don't run after them. They're coming to this image. Because as I put this image in the universe, people come running. And they're saying, okay, I got to have what you've got. I don't know what you're selling. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm here. Which means there's no accident, failure, or coincidences to the people that walk and come into your life. There's no coincidences to why this video is here and you're watching it. There's no such thing. It's just that out of our confusion, we miss the opportunities or we miss what's in front of us. You see, what's above, it's right in front. That means what you're aware of, it's right there in front of you. Your physical body turns and moves according to the image it sees. For example, if you say water, automatically you're going to search in the whole house for a cup of water where you go to the sink or the fridge. And so everything you hold in the mind, you're going to hold in the hand, meaning it's right in front of you. It's right there. If we could just pay attention to what we're thinking, what we're saying, and what we're imagining, then we wouldn't have to wait for days and years and things like that to pass by, because it's not time and space that needs to pass. We need to pass the thought through the image. So doubt, fear, and worry is the affect of working with no image. Let us make man in our image. It's referring, let us make man the way or the way I created the whole world, or I create through you. I have a video where I talk about the full creation. You see, when you create with your thoughts, and every thought is a paint brush and paint stroke on that image. If you look, let's say you have an image and you say, well, it's going to take 2 people to put this image together. Well, that you already have begun to put the picture together. You said you need 2 people or 20 people or clients. When you say, I sell a product and a service, and my product and service is this much, well, according to that and according to what I'm expecting or wanting to manifest, then I need 20 clients or I need 10 clients according to the price of my program and service. And so that's how you build a picture now. Love is when you put this picture according to your ideal. You have the ability to price your candles, to price your program, to price your tires, to price whatever you're selling, whatever you're exchanging in this world. You have the ability to price. I spoke about Joe Malone. I love Joe Malone. I don't have a Joe Malone candle in my house right now, but my favorite essence is Orange Blossom. And I happened to go to, I think it was Home Goods, and they have beautiful candles, and I came across this beautiful candle that said Orange Blossom. It smells just like Joe Malone. Now, why is it that the same candle, in fact, it's right here. I'm going to show it to you in case anybody likes Orange Blossom and you can look for it. I'm not advertising anything, by the way, but this is Orange Blossom by Lab. It says Coconut Wax Blend Scented Candle. All right. So this, oh my God. I mean, it just smells like Orange Blossom. And look, it's got 1 inch left. And you know what I love about candles? If they still smell like the first time when you light it up, it's a good candle. You know, many candles have that 1 inch later where it smells and it seems like it's going away. Don't know why, but this one, it's really, really beautiful. So how come I think I invested less than $20 on this candle. Now, Joe Malone, the size of this candle is probably $80. But I'm sure that Joe Malone's candle is probably made out of coconut wax or soy wax, and it smells just the same. So why is it that Joe Malone decides to price his product, which is probably the same company, to be honest with you, at $80, and this company, Lab, says, no, we're going to do this. It's our thoughts. We choose the thoughts. Now, we have the ability to choose to accept, reject, or originate. I believe Joe Malone said, I am going to originate my own thoughts. I'm going to originate my own price. I am going to be a company that is top-notch when it comes to candles. Why can't you be the leader in your field and price your candle and say, no, I'm going to price mine for $600? Or, and I said 600 because I believe at this time, the biggest candle Joe Malone has, it's $500. So why can't you say, I'm going to top him off? But you know what we do? Or you know what he did? He went above everyone and he said, I'm going to lead the field. Now, I don't know if there's any other candle out there that's more expensive than Joe Malone. You can let me know. But you know what he said? I'm going to lead the field. Louis Vuitton, they do not put their purses on sale. You'll find them on sale on other sites, but on their site, you never see them on sale, at least what I've been told. I'm not a Louis Vuitton kind of person. So now you're thinking, okay, well, if I can originate my own price, I want you to think of it this way. There's a price for everybody, but the price that you put on you, you're attracting people that can afford to pay the price. You attract what you are. You are what you think and what you see and what you speak. Only you have to agree with your own price. Because when you agree with your own price, you're going to find customers that are going to agree with you. What am I saying? You can build a picture with the numbers that you want. And why not lead the field? Love yourself to go and top everybody and say, I'm going to lead the field. I'm going to lead the field. Why should you lead the field? Because if you want to lead your own life, which you should. You should be the CEO of your life and lead your own life and be the visionary of your life. Why should I come in your life and say, no, your vision is too big. Let's just, no. We already dream too small. No, allow yourself to lead the field in your industry. Love yourself enough to say, I am going to make my annual revenue match my monthly revenue, which matches my lifestyle. What's your lifestyle? What's your lifestyle? Right now you say, well, according to present circumstances, according to my senses, this is my lifestyle, this is how much money I make, this is what I do, this is where I go vacation or what I don't. And you're not allowing yourself to express yourself fully. You're not allowing yourself to dream. And that is your purpose. You came into this world to bring those dreams and visions to reality. The vision of you being in Bahamas, the vision of you being in New Zealand, whatever it is, you're meant to go there. The moment you become aware of it. And what is awareness? Awareness looks and says New Zealand, pants, shoes, makeup, nail polish, luggage, sofa, cabinet. Now I'm describing everything I have in my room. I actually do have a luggage here on the sofa, and it's been here for quite some time. Been traveling every 2 weeks, seeing clients in different states. But we are thinking too little of ourselves. And because we're thinking so little of ourselves, we create those circumstances that are in our detriment, that are causing us to suffer. Then we're looking at the circumstance and we feel as if the circumstance is overwhelming us, not realizing, well, I'm the problem to begin with. Why didn't I ask for a better price? Why didn't I ask the universe for a bigger thing, for everything to be paid off? Why didn't I ask the universe for what I want? Not what I think I can get, not what I think the universe can get to me, because there's a price for everybody. Here's how I like to look at things. If we are all God, and God is all the accumulation of all the thoughts that exist in the world, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I kill and I make alive. Within God, you can find everything. He says, you make your bed in hell, you destroy your life, I'm there. You make your bed in heaven, I'm there too. It doesn't matter where you go, there's nothing outside of God. So if you become aware that God across the world somewhere is making $1 million a month, you know what that says to you? Hey, you have just become aware of someone that makes $1 million a month. Now, if you say, well, no, I'm going to sell my candle for $20 when someone else sells it for $80 or $500, you're not leading your own life. You should always say, you know what, I'm going to go beyond that person. We're supposed to say, I'm not jealous of you. I'm going to do more. Because you're meant to grow. Yeah, you're meant to break a record. But you're not alone. You're working with this image. And if you don't have an image, then yes, you're working in vain. Without God, you work in vain. That's referring with that image. If we're not working with that image, and if we're not creating an image, then yes, we're working in vain. And so, yes, there is fear and love in God. But fear is nothing but an illusion. Because everything you think and imagine and speak, it manifests itself. Fear is the opposite of love. And so what you're saying is, I don't love myself. I am beating myself up. And I'm going to continue to do it until I can't no more. And that's not what we're supposed to do. As I said in another video, your soul and your body are fighting for the mind. The mind needs to change. And the way you know the mind changed is when you change your speech. So change your speech. Write things on paper and know that what you write on paper are actually your thoughts. And if it's something negative, flip it. Rewrite it. Rewrite the story. Make yourself the main character. You take lead and you play out that character in love. So now you write a new story in love. Everything happens for you now. Everything you write down, it's me. I am abundant. I am successful. I am worthy. I am significant. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I have the best of relationships. I go on the best trips. I buy the biggest yacht. I have this and I do this and I have that. This is not hoarding. This is you desiring to experience your life and loving yourself and giving yourself what it is you want. Because the truth is we own everything, but we just don't know it. And you don't know because you're not aware of it. And so the moment you become aware of your desire, that means it's seeking you to create the image. And this is how you go from fear to love. When you go into the soul, which is God or the kingdom or fourth dimension, that's where you find love. Love is your desire. So you're not here to love the outside. You're here to love the desire only. Everything is good, but not everything is good for you. And how do you know what's for you? It's what you see within the soul. But do you see the image? You've got to create and see the image. When you see the image, that is when you begin to shape it and say, wait a minute, why would I ask for only $10,000? Looking at my lifestyle, I would rather price my product $25,000. You see, and then you begin to lead the field. You begin to go ahead of yourself and say, wait a minute, I'm deserving and worthy of more. I can do this. Meaning I can allow myself to give myself that much. Not is it possible. The law says, don't worry about that. I handle things. You just tell me what you want me to work with. And so when we think of life that way, I'm working with the law. For example, I find myself in the kitchen and I go away from outside inside and I go, yeah, I could see myself doing that, but I'm aware of this awareness and I'll communicate with the awareness. And in between me and the awareness or the higher self, nobody, no man should divide us. No man should separate you. And so when you have this inner conversation with the higher self or the awareness or God or the universe, you don't allow any other thoughts in that communion. And you practice this throughout the day. Yeah, I can have that. I would like to have that. Yeah. And in that perfect moment, there's no fear, doubt, and worry. You must speak slow. You must be calm when you create. You must be calm. You can't create in chaos. You've got to get calm first and then you create. You think about, you're aware about what you're thinking. You're attaching the image every time. When you say, in my refrigerator, there's a bottle of orange juice, you say it, but you see it. Because you must speak of that which you see. You're the witness. You must speak of that which you see. Now, if you tell me something that you haven't seen, outside or inside, I'll call you a liar. And so you don't want to be found a liar. God doesn't lie, which means you must speak of that which you see. Well, I'm not seeing it on the outside. No. You're not even supposed to see it there first. You see it within. And so you say, in my fridge, there's a bottle of orange juice, Tropicana. It's a plastic bottle with a handle and an orange cap on top. Now, you already described the future event. This is the preview of the future event. But this is how we're supposed to talk. Now, I have my teenage daughters, and they come to me, and sometimes they're very animated. And I go, hold on a second, you're like putting fire on my head. Like, I can't hear you. I can't see in the pictures. I can't settle. I can't think. Just like, calm down. Like, you don't need to be animated. We could just calm down. Are we here to debate or are we here to create? Are we here to just cause friction or are we here to try to look at the solution? And if you look at the solution, you're looking at the image. And that requires you to be calm and confident, which calmness of mind is the jewel of wisdom. So if you can train ourselves to always build the image, there will be no fear because there is no room for fear. When you think about the solution, how can there be fear there? So, just a few thoughts to think about. That's all I'm going to leave you with. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, and come within the program Manifest Without Money. That is where you are going to learn how to work on yourself every single day. We have lists, we have calendars with affirmations and affirmations on music and how many minutes you should do it, and you check off the list and you do it a couple of times a day. We are learning how to think for us, think only in the direction of the solution and the desire we want. And once a week, in the private Facebook group community, I come for about 30 minutes to an hour where I am live and I answer your questions. So once you register for the program, come within the private group community in Facebook, and that is where you're going to find me live, and we can communicate, and I could help you be that awareness, look at your situation, look at your goal, and try to map out and connect the dots for you on where to go from there. I know a lot of people are struggling. Sometimes they need one-on-one, and of course we can look into that as well. But for now, I would encourage you to come within the program and saturate your mind with the videos and try to get a grasp of who you truly are. I put out a video where I talked about that you are the potter and the clay. You're both. And another video I talked about the breath of life. That is so important for you to pay attention to that video. You really want to saturate your mind over and over and over and over again with these lessons so that you get a foundation of life and you're stable. And so from that place, then you begin to create. Okay? So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. It looks like somebody actually came out of the restroom. But this is life, and we don't make excuses for that. All right? So thank you for being here. With much gratitude, this is Lumi. Bye now.